What's good? It's your boy Suave the Wiz with the Mad Ad Podcast. Thanks for joining me. So, alright, this topic right here, I felt like I was really antsy to talk about it. Do you have to be street to actually sell records? Now, look, a lot of people say, yo, a lot of these dudes are not street. And, they play this gangster image or portray this gangster image or play this role just to sell records. And my response to that is, you're 100% correct. There's a lot of people that are just playing this gangster tough guy image to sell records. And essentially that usually backfires on the artist because, yeah, you can make all this tough guy music and say all this and say all that. But if somebody pulls up on you like when Zoe Dollars pulled up on Skinny from the Nine, yo, don't be talking that cash and then you not really about that action, you know what I'm saying? I had to hit you with the pronunciation. Like, yo, rappers that are claiming to be gangster or street, I will say they don't really sell more records than somebody that's not claiming to be street. Just to draw a comparison, it's like XXXTentacion, and then we can go to a Future or Lil Baby. Like, you don't necessarily have to be street to sell records. So what that makes me understand is this game, this industry is very dark. It's a dreary place because record labels and record companies, this has been going on for years. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to tell you, yo, I need you to make an album that people want to fucking listen to. Don't make an album where it's, oh, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, help the community. They don't want to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear, like, anybody try to uplift anybody from their community. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just facts. So I'm only segueing that to say this. I mean, do you have to be gangster to sell records? Yes. In this day and age, I mean, the internet era, you can be a complete clown and pull a Tekashi, tell on the whole gang, and I guess still be prominent. But that usually doesn't end well if you're a real street person. But if you're just a gimmicky rapper and you just want to be here for, for a short time, not a long time, then hey, go for it. The internet is your domain. But I mean, if you're trying to take this rap game seriously and you're trying to really get into it, don't ever try to play a role where you're not that. Like, if you're not a gangster rapper, don't play gangster. Just be yourself and talk about you and sell records. Pull a Logic. You know what I'm saying? Nobody actually has to really be gangster to sell records, but when it comes to the industry and, getting signed to a major deal and stuff like that, I feel like you kind of got to portray that gangster image. I mean, my closest example would probably be Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca says, I've never done any of these bad things or this or that. The usual scenario, usual case that I see is, these rappers are around real gangsters or real scammers or real steppers, you know what I'm saying? And then they feel like, oh, I'm a stepper. I'm with all the steppers. No. You know what I'm saying? Sell records. That's what people do. So, had that being said, I'm only saying this to say that when it comes to actually selling records, you have to just get really keen with your marketing. Fuck, oh, I'm going to play gangster. I'm going to play this role or do this or be Al Pacino. I mean, it only lasts so long, you know what I'm saying? Most rappers die in their city, according to Boosie. And I'm just the guy telling you on the soapbox, you know what I'm saying? Being gangster it's not exactly the right move. You know what I mean? Just be yourself. Trying to appeal to a mainstream audience is a lot easier than it was years ago, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm kind of stern on the be yourself, because say you are a gothic rapper or you're a rapper, I don't know, from somewhere else, so you just have a different aesthetic that people are looking for. The internet is your domain. Like, the internet will get you shown off, you know what I'm saying? The way that you put yourself out and the way that you market yourself is very imperative to your success. There's so many lanes and so many waves that you can catch just being an individual. That's really where my whole video is stemming from. It's like, stick to being an individual. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you feel like you want to try to get in with a crowd, go ahead. But when it comes to actually selling records on a mainstream level, what I've grown to notice is most rappers are either playing gangsta or they may actually be gangster rappers. Before, it was like, I feel like everybody was a tough guy, yeah, but you had those R&B guys, you had those, conscious rappers that wasn't really talking that gangster stuff. They was talking about just uplifting, empowerment, and I feel like we've fallen from grace when it comes to rappers actually being messengers instead of thugs with guns. You know what I'm saying? That is just the problem when it comes to this music stuff. But long story short, I feel like, when it comes to actually being a rapper in this industry, you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. Generally, you have to just chase your target audience, make sure you have the money to market, and just get your sound out there, you know what I'm saying? Here's another thing. Real talent shines through darkness. Never forget, like, whenever you're doing something, whatever you're doing, just work hard at it, stay consistent, and stay focused. Because, that is just the hardest thing for any artist in this game. You know what I'm saying? And also, stay true to yourself. Be an individual. You don't have to be a pistol-toting gangster, marijuana-selling gangster to fucking sell records. The image is cool, but being yourself is more important than any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was just the message I wanted to kick today. You feel me? It's been the Mad Ad Podcast with your boy Suave the Wiz. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We got dope content daily.